Hello and welcome to the Pickup WNBA podcast. I'm your host, Cathryn. Listen, before we get anywhere, before we do anything, you gotta follow us. You gotta subscribe. You gotta do all that good stuff for us. We're putting out all kinds of crazy content. We're at the games. We're at these tempo games. We're asking people's questions. We're giving our post game thoughts. We're doing all kinds of madness at the Pickup WNBA pod. I know what you're thinking. Why is Cathryn talking about social media? She never talks about social media. That's Freddie's job. This is true, and he's much better at it than me. Freddie is off this week, so joining us is our friend and yours. It's Darren Menezas. How's it going, buddy?
Hello, what's up? How's it going?
Good, man. First of all, shout out to all the content you've been doing for us at the
Yes.
Pickup. Like you've been helping us cover games. You've been doing some post game recaps for us, as well as on your own podcast as well. If you want to talk about that before we get started.
Yeah, I have a sports podcast called The Doiji Boys, Go Sports with the Doiji Boys. It's with me and my friend Zach. We kind of cover everything. It's also some tempo stuff, some WNBA stuff. But yeah, it's kind of sports in general. And it's a lot of fun. We've been doing that. So yeah, I've been going out for you guys when you guys can't make it to the tempo games. And it's been really fun. I love it there. It's such a great community, great atmosphere, lower bowl kind of arena. So everyone, I feel like you just see everyone at least twice in the arena, like throughout the game. Like there's just, it's not like 8,000 people is still a lot of people, but it just feels real cozy in there. And you kind of just notice
Mhm.
everyone. So yeah, like yeah, like when I saw those what's it called? The first granny basketball team, those people, I was chatting with them. It
Oh
just
my
feels like
gosh, we should give them a shout out too because that was really incredible. Talk to us about who you met at the Tempo Sky game.
yeah, I was sitting in the like our seat, like in 10. I'm not gonna dox us, guys. Don't attack us. But anyways, I was sitting in our
104. Check
meet.
us out if you're at the games. It's
Yeah,
104.
we're like in 104. Anyways, um, I was just sitting in our seat, and the first two rows that are right in front of us, everyone had matching shirts, and it says, the first granny basketball team in Canada. And I was just like, nice shirt. And this lady's like so happy to talk to us about it. And she was just explaining like 50 plus women playing every week, just a way to get out there and get have some good exercise and it's not physical, it's not too much or anything, and it's the first team in Canada, and it's been going on for like over 20 years in the States. So they kind of brought it to Canada, and she's kind of trying to expand. They were talking about getting teams in like Cambridge or Peterborough, King City. Since I posted like a video about it, there's been a few people that are like, if this was in Ottawa or
Mm.
different places in Canada. So it's if you know anyone that is like 50 plus that like wants to go out and play some ball, like you should hit them up. Okay, so yeah, I was talking to this lady named Vicky Merrick, and it's a part of, or it's called the Granny Basketball Association, and you can email them at grannybasketballca@gmail.com, and their website is www.grannybasketball.com. So if you know anyone that wants to play, get involved with them, spread the word. Why not? You can expand their league, and everyone can have a nice little time playing.
That's amazing. It's never made me want to be 50 plus more.
I know there's quite a few people that are
That's
like, I
really
can't
cool.
wait till I'm 50 plus and go play with them.
So I can join this very low stakes league, which
Yeah,
is what I've always wanted.
yeah.
Um,
It's like
all right.
arguably in the league I play in is probably worse than that. So
Really? Oh my
yeah,
God, that's
we're
hilarious.
just a bunch of like guys that honestly just try not to get hurt. So very similar to that.
That sounds like pickleball. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it. So this week has been kind of crazy. Last week we talked a bit about Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White and how there, were reports of a bit of a rift, and we saw, this like timeout that sort of went viral where they were arguing with each other. They continued to stand for each other and said, like, no, everything's good. And then somewhere after their team meeting came trade rumors. which is, not something I thought I would say. I'm so tired of the saying, but the whole like wasn't on my bingo card,
Yeah, yeah.
Caitlin Clark trade rumors. But
Mhm.
here they are. And now that's going viral. And I'll give a quick shout out to a website called covers.com based in
Mhm.
England who
Oh.
reached out to me and wanted my comments on the Caitlin Clark trade rumors. So it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I guess so.
And particularly with the Sparks, I don't quite know how the Sparks got roped into this, but I was like, well, look, like both teams had higher expectations going into the season. So I see why people are trying to hit the panic button. But trading Caitlin Clark is absurd.
Yeah. I
And
assume like I assume the WNBA is kind of the same way in every league where it's like where would the biggest star want to go? And it's like LA, New York. So it's like
mhm,
I feel like that's how LA, which is kind of like I guess a middling team, not necessarily the top team, not the worst
mhm.
team, and they have young, great players that could like, build around them. Also Plum is leading the league in scoring right now, so it's like could be an amazing addition. But yeah, as far as rumors, I think that's just what it is. I don't think there's any way it's actually happening, but it was interesting that LA would immediately get roped into it just because of like the city itself. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I assume too. I think combination of the city plus the fact that they haven't been having the season that they want to have either.
Mhm.
Right? So, like, the combination of those 2 things, I think, is how we got there with the Sparks, but, like, I can't even fathom the Fever trading Caitlin Clark. Like, it would be like the Luka Doncic trade,
Yeah.
but worse
Yeah, yeah,
somehow.
yeah.
Like, I think that would be even worse. It's just, like, her ties with the Midwest and like her probably being respectfully the greatest thing to ever happen to the Indiana Fever. Like
Mhm.
I can't even fathom it. Also, too, like I just feel like even if like for whatever reason, and no one's reported this, and I'm not trying to suggest it per se, but it's like even if Caitlin Clark was becoming difficult, like
Mhm.
let's just say she's become a difficult person to work with.
Yeah.
That's not a reason to trade her either.
Yeah. I also think it's like she's brought so much, light to the league. She's brought so much attention to the league, and this is like another level of, the league dealing with a star player being like having any kind of conflict or issues or whatever, or the season not going so well. It's like what happens in every league. It's like, oh no, something's not going well. I guess they have to trade the player or something. So
Mhm,
the
mhm,
rumors just start building up naturally, where it's like, really, why would she wanna go anywhere? She's so beloved there. You don't need to go to a big city anymore to be a star. She's already a star. She's the face of the
mhm.
league, whatever. So, anything like that is all just I do feel like it's just another level of, like, growing pains in the league of just being like or not even growing pains, it just, like, comes with it. It's, like, kind of fun, really, like, to think of, like, the rumors and to have fun with it, but it's not an actual or it shouldn't be an actual thing where it's like, why would the Fever would do that at all? They are selling out arenas. They're traveling.
Arenas,
Yeah,
like, they went from small, like I mean, I don't know if it's a stadium,
yeah.
but
But
they
the
went from significantly smaller venues to, like, huge stadiums.
Yeah, they're the only team with the national broadcast every single game, right? So it's like they know why. It's because of her. So it's like you get rid of that person, it would be one of the stupidest things you can do, really, for a franchise. And I understand the rumors are going to be there because, like, a disgruntled player is not something new either. But she's probably, we all know one thing about Caitlin Clark is that she's uber competitive. So
Mhm,
she's not having her best season. She's still really good. She's just really, frustrated with herself. And I think it's really showing in her interactions with her coach, new coach also, that, maybe they're still working things out, still early in the season. And all these things are just kind of, you know, being exploited, or people are just kind of like focusing on the small interactions that might happen between a coach and a star player, really.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like Caitlin Clark, like when we talk about her competitiveness, it kind of reminds me a bit of Kobe.
Sure.
Like especially like younger Kobe, who was like, not here to make friends,
Yeah.
right? Like was there to play, was like really in people's faces if things didn't go their way,
Hmm.
whether they were mature enough or not to do all of that, right? Like
Yeah.
him and Phil Jackson, one of the greatest coaches of all time, clashed many times. Phil Jackson
Absolutely.
even wrote a book about it,
Hmm.
but they still ended up winning 5 championships together. So
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that is kind of what's happening, but this kind of dynamic plus this level of fame is very new for the league. And I
Absolutely.
think this combined with the fact that this is my other theory is that I think both to a certain extent the Indiana Fever and the media covering the Indiana Fever don't quite know how to handle her fame.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why we're getting all of these rumors. And I think that's why things are getting blown out of proportion.
Hmm.
And they even had a beat writer named Scott Agnes
Hmm.
who had their credentials revoked because he reported allegedly was not accurate in his reporting around Caitlin Clark's health. And
Hmm.
it's like, you know what I mean? Like the team is taking like that sort of thing so seriously that they're like, we don't care how long you've been in the business. If
Yeah.
you're not doing this right, if you're pissing off Caitlin Clark, you're out of here.
Yeah.
And obviously, like no one should be reporting things inaccurately about someone's health. Like obviously that goes without saying.
Hmm.
But it just goes to show that like this is new and difficult for
Hmm.
people who are in it to deal with.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a lot of that, this is what, her third year, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, third year.
And her
Um,
second year, she didn't play for most of it, so it kinda
exactly,
is
yeah.
her second year in a lot of ways.
Yeah, exactly. You always gotta give some sort of grace to, younger players still, that have always been stars like her, but also there is like a probably like a immaturity factor to it, of like the whole rolling of eyes, or like interactions with coaches where it's like, I know better than you. I'm playing right now. I'm the leader of this team. Like, she know, like, the responsibility, the leadership, the weight of it all, sometimes I'm sure could be too much for her. And it probably comes out all at once. And who's it going to
Mhm,
come out
mhm,
to? The coach, the person that's like telling her what to do. And I'm sure that could be annoying in some cases when you're just trying to, work out the kinks of your game that hasn't been going so well also. And I do want to bring up the fact that I think we have to talk about the fact that Angel Reese was traded, right? So it's like, as much as we want to be like Caitlin Clark should work it out, whatever, why would you trade this? Angel Reese got traded. Like, and we're always comparing the two anyway. So it's
mhm,
like, why
mhm,
wouldn't you think about that immediately? It's like Angel Reese got traded. She's doing really good where she is. And
mhm.
why wouldn't you be like, well, Angel Reese got traded?
A
Um,
Angel Reese was drafted 7th,
yeah, yeah,
which
that's
is a
true.
whole other thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I hear you. Yeah,
yeah,
some big stars can get traded when they're unhappy.
yeah,
This is true. But I think in the Indiana Fever circumstance, they would literally trade or get rid of anyone else
yeah, of
before
course.
they ever traded Caitlin Clark. Because it's like, even in like a hypothetical world, right?
Mhm.
Deeply hypothetical, where like, let's say this thing with the Sparks was true and they ended up with like Kelsey Plum. And now you have Kelsey Plum and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, which would be an awesome team,
Yeah,
right? Like, that's a phenomenal team. They
absolutely.
literally could win it all.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to bring in the revenue.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Right?
like
That
a
you have just keeping Caitlyn,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, in a business perspective, of course, the national televised, broadcasting, of their games is huge. It's the biggest in the league. You wouldn't be surprised if they made the most money this year. maybe on jersey sales alone. Like, that's how popular she is. They already show that she sold more jerseys than like LeBron James this year. Like,
Mhm.
that's how popular she is. So, rumors can be there. It's just it would not be in the best interest of the Fever. But of course,
No,
disgruntled players
it
or
would
stuff
be
like
an
that.
economic disaster
Yes, of course. Yeah,
of
it
epic
wouldn't make sense.
proportion.
Yeah, I mean, you just hope that, she can work it out, things can work it out because, they're not in the place they want to be, but they're not losing every game. They're still there and they can figure it out and get into, be in the playoffs, and maybe that's all you need and just go from there. But yeah, the rumors are there and they're cooking. They're
I mean, look,
cooking.
like it could end up being a similar situation with the Aces last year, where we were like, "Uh-oh, there's trouble in Vegas. What's going on?"
Sure.
For the first half of the season, maybe
Mhm.
slightly more. They
Yeah.
were just not at the level we expected them to be. And
Yeah.
then they had this year it's the lose to Portland Fire moment, but last year
That's
it
so
was the
true.
getting blown out to the Minnesota Lynx moment, and then they got their shit together, and then they were unstoppable. Because when you look at the team, it's like Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. This is a trio you want to build a championship team around.
Absolutely.
Like there's no reason to break that up at all.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if they're gonna get rid of anyone, it's Kelsey Mitchell, just because she's a bit older. She's a really good asset. You'd get a lot from it, and you want to obviously build around Clark and Aaliyah Boston and kind of add from there. And that should be their intention going forward. So if there
Mm.
were any rumors, it would be to what can we get for Kelsey Mitchell, who's really, really good? If they wanted to do that, which
If
is
they just
also
wanted to see what was out there kind of
sure,
thing.
they can throw that out there, see what they can get for a really good player, and that is Kelsey Mitchell, another all-star on your team, another like guard on your
Mm.
team. So you could be like, well, Kelsey's getting all the shots that Clark wants or something like that, so we need to prioritize Clark or something. So you can go from there and get rid of Mitchell if you really needed to, but she's so good too. Why would you do that? Like, unless
Right.
there's
Yeah, yeah.
if there's actually a riff between Clark and Mitchell or something like that, which I don't think there is. I'm not saying it that there is, but that would be the move you'd make. I just getting rid of Clark would be it would not make sense at all. And I think the W would be like, "What are you guys doing?" I think the league in general would be like, "What's going on over here?"
Engelbert might step in and just veto it, David Stern
Exactly.
style.
Yeah,
Um,
Chris Paul style.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, I think, like, if anything, Stephanie White could be gone, and it's not because she's a
Sure.
bad coach, she's a great coach, but if their personalities are clashing, I think that's the move,
Yes.
and then you bring in somebody that's, like,
It's
can
always like it's an easy
can work
move.
with Caitlyn. Yeah, like, I feel like if anything, that's gonna be the thing that happens, and then Stephanie White will easily find a home somewhere else in the league.
Yeah. Like we're spoiled. We have Sandy Brondella. We don't really see too much interactions like that because who would yell at Sandy Brondella?
No, she's so
But
beloved. Yeah, yeah.
she's so sweet. But Stephanie White and just the interactions we're seeing, I think to be honest, it's more to do with Caitlin Clark and her just kind of like yelling at Stephanie White or whatever. I'm not really sure what Stephanie White could have said or whatever, but I think it's just a frustration. It's got to be a lot of buildup of Caitlin Clark trying to be the good person, trying to be the face of the franchise, face of the league, all this stuff. And then on the actual court is where she gets to express herself, where she gets to be herself. And that's what happens. So that's what we're seeing. And we're like, wait, what's going on? You have emotion? You're angry? You know what I mean? Like, so it is kind of tough in that way to be like, whoa, what's going on? Are you an angry person now? And she's just like, I'm very competitive. I've always been competitive,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
stuff like that. So yeah, easy move to get rid of the coach. I think everyone knows that in every sports league in the world is like get rid of the coach, not the player. And let her pick the coach, I guess, which you've got to
Literally.
you got to assume that she would have been a part of picking Stephanie White. Like you
She
assume?
probably was.
Yeah, so
But, that was before she got on her ass about defense and then
yes.
didn't like it.
Yes. Well, that's another thing. That's a whole other topic about teams just prioritizing attacking Clark right now. But
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
so I'm sure Stephanie White is just being like, "Hey, uh, can you please play better defense?" Like she's trying to be nice, and then she gets yelled at or something.
Yeah, I'm sure she said it just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we should move on. We got a request, a topic request from a great listener of ours, Katie. I think it's Sabis. I hope I'm saying that right, Katie. She wanted us to talk about Skylar Diggins and the Chicago Sky. We got to see the Chicago Sky here in Toronto.
Mhm.
The Sky suffered a bit of a blowout loss. And they got off to a great start this season. They were 4-1, and then Rakia Jackson tore her ACL, and they've been losing quite a bit ever since. And Skylar, after the game, expressed a lot of frustration with this team, and it was really echoing a lot of the similar frustrations that Angel Reese was experiencing last year.
Mhm.
And so it's a lot of like negative deja vu for the Chicago Sky. And it, it's not what they wanted this year. Like they came into this season being like, no, like this season's going to be different. And so far, sadly, it isn't.
Yeah. I was actually at that game, and I kind of talked to you and Freddie about it. The fact that we're on the side of like the Chicago Sky bench, and I do remember when she left or she got out of the game, she like asked for her hoodie, sat right at the end of the bench, and I was like, we're like way on top, and I could tell just by her body language something was up. So she was frustrated with obviously they're losing, they were losing that whole game, but you could tell that she was just frustrated. And this is someone, she's like 35, she's been around the league, she's an incredible player, but to go from like, the Seattle Storm, who's like trying to start again, and she really hoped that the Sky would be different. Rakia gets injured, your whole season's kind of up in the air now. So I'm sure she's just once again very frustrated with how the offense is, the fact that they maybe just aren't good enough, and has to learn to deal with that now without like all your key pieces being there. And
Yeah, she spoke to I have the quote here. She
Mhm.
said, quote, "We got to have more maturity and more leadership on and off the floor from the players on the floor and from the staff as well."
Yeah.
She also said it's been an extremely frustrating experience. And then when she was asked when about the Sky struggle to execute in the half court and halftime adjustment, she said, "That's a Tyler question. Ask Tyler."
Hmm.
Which it's not a Tyler question, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's kind of like, I'm not going there. I thought the maturity and more leadership on and off the floor from the players was an interesting comment because Skylar is the vet.
Yes.
So it's like to me, and again, like I'm not there, so I don't know. But as an outsider looking in, you would think like, okay, Skylar, you're the vet, you're the one who's gonna set the tone here.
Hmm.
So I don't know if she's been trying to set a tone and the team isn't listening to her, or if there's just like miscommunication all around or what. But to me, it's like that kind of speaks volumes about like her sort of inability, not saying it's her fault, but her inability to kind of put her stamp on this team.
Yeah. Yeah, when it came to like the maturity kind of leadership thing, it is weird when you are the vet, you are someone looked up to really for a lot of those players, and you're saying that. So it really, I'm sure it is something to do with the players, of course, because they're playing and everything. But I'm sure she's just like, what's going on with this coaching staff is obviously
Mm,
what
mhm,
we're all kind
mhm,
of thinking. Where she's just
mhm.
like, what's are they just like having fun with us, or are they thinking the same thing? Where Rakia's done, the season's kind of like up and down for us. Like we don't we don't anticipate making the playoffs. Maybe she's just putting things out there that maybe she, once again, maybe the trades or disgruntled star player could easily be like, I'm putting this out there. Don't be surprised if like I'm moving on because I'm playing good. I want to win. Um, this coaching staff isn't getting things done, isn't making plays for me, maybe specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And, maybe she's just kind of like pointing things out without pointing things out.
I will say, based on her experience in the latter years of her time in Phoenix,
Yes.
in Seattle, and
Hmm.
now Chicago, I get the feeling that Skylar might be a bit prickly. I'm
Yes.
just saying. I'm just saying. She
Yes.
hasn't been the cheeriest of people
Yes.
in
I
all three of these situations. So I think again, this is just my impression. I
Yeah.
obviously don't know, but my impression is that like when things aren't going well, they tend to go south pretty quick with her.
It seems that way too for me too, especially when um yeah, winning is kind of everything, isn't it? Especially when you're an older vet that hasn't won anything, like as far as W championship or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, she's gotten close. She's been to the finals.
Yeah, but it is probably a thing where she's just like, I've been around winning players, and maybe she's just not seeing that in like her teammates, where she's just like, there needs to be a different attitude around here, or nothing's going to change. And what's going on with the coaching staff? If you guys aren't pushing this kind of like our attitudes or the way we're playing, a more offensive style that I want to play, then what are we doing here? She's just probably just so frustrated with everything going on. And I do understand the prickly thing, but I once again, I just think the prickly stuff, of course, same with Caitlin Clark, is just like a uber competitive person, which they all are. And it really shows up with the stars, especially being like, this person is, has an attitude problem, whatever the hell. It's always like someone that just doesn't understand how this person is playing because they're actually just not as good as me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's when a star is playing with someone that like Kobe also was like that too. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like even when Kobe was like older, he just didn't understand that. And it's once again a good comparison where it's like he would get so frustrated. It's like, what are we laughing for? What are we celebrating for? We're still
Mm-hmm.
a losing team, stuff like that. So I'm sure that, his influence and a lot of these guys, a lot of these star players that have gone, they all influence this generation and they're all having that competitive attitude is kind of, you know, genderless, you know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
in you. So so
Mm-hmm.
she's seeing like these players that are on her team and she's just like, what the hell is going on here? We can't lose. And this is the thing you were saying, Portland, the expansion team was like Tempo probably has that effect.
Yeah,
Tempo,
yeah. When people lose against, yeah, now Tempo also. If you lose
yeah,
against the Tempo, you're having a team meeting. It's like any of the two expansion teams, you're just
yeah.
having a team meeting.
Both Portland and Tempo are good teams, and they're like, what the
They're
hell?
in the middle of the pack.
Yeah,
Like
they're
they're
like,
literally both in the middle of the pack right
and
now.
I do think it's a thing where it's like a vet player is just like expansion teams are bad. What the heck is going on? Like,
Mm-hmm,
why
mm-hmm.
are both of these teams playing so well, and my team, the team I'm on, that's supposed to be competitive, playing badly? And that is, she lost against a tempo team, an expansion team, and that's what came out of her. So,
And
it
lost bad too.
yeah, yeah. So you're not wrong when it comes to like expansion teams really affecting these kind of players that are just like, what? I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
know how to say the team's name. You know, like what are we? How are we losing to this team? They
She's
don't
like,
even.
Tempo?
Yeah. Just like,
Anyway.
what is this? So,
All right, let's move on to our badass player of the week.
oh crap! I forgot to look at this.
All right, let's pause.
Yeah, so I just want to give a shout out to Niara Sabali, mostly because as soon as she came back, I was worried about our bigs on the tempo,
Mhm.
and she was like the only one for a while. And now we have Izzy back. You have a proper rotation of like Niara and Izzy, that a big for a big coming in and out of the game. And she has just been so good. She's offensively so good and moving the ball and hitting threes. She's all over the place, playing great defensively. We can actually match up with the opposite team's big. And I just want to shout her out because I'm a hometown guy that's just always going to cheer for the tempo anyway. But it just really impressed me how well she did, and kind of beyond my expectations, to be honest, because there was so much pressure on the fact that we didn't have bigs for a while and we were worried about bigs this year. So I think she really stepped up, and shout out to her matcha TikToks also.
Right. Yeah, she's really into the
It
matcha.
made me sort of interested in maybe trying a matcha, which I've never had, but
Mhm.
they're green. And that weirds me out.
Have you never tried it?
I've never tried it. I shouldn't be against it, but I assume it
It's like green tea.
is it? Okay, that's literally what I assume, like a
I
slushy
mean, it's
green tea?
super similar. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'll just try it
You
and
should
shut
just
the hell
try
up.
it one day and experience it. You need sugar though. It's too bitter without it.
Okay. Have you seen these videos though? They're like very wholesome because she kind of gets the whole team involved too.
Yes.
I'll
Yeah,
send you
yeah.
them if you haven't, but
Yeah, it's her contribution to team culture for sure.
yeah.
Um, my badass player of the week. Listen, we've talked about her a lot, but I haven't featured her on this exact segment. So I'm going with Olivia Miles because
Yes.
the Lynx have won, I believe it's 8 games in a row as of this
Mhm.
recording. She has been averaging, I mean, like, it's just crazy that she's a rookie, but she has been averaging 22 and a half points, 7.3 rebounds, 5.3, or sorry, 7.3 assists, 5.3 rebounds. And get this, I think this is the most impressive of all. Her plus minus is plus 18 and a half.
Oh my god.
Like,
She's she's incredible.
it's
And
insane.
it's the badass player, and there's no other, like, she's the baddest. She's the baddest assist. Like, she's incredible. She's so good out there, so quick. She's making everyone look foolish out there. Like, don't even put like rookie on her. Like, she's playing like a vet out there.
I agree.
She's leading like the best team in the league. She oh also she's doing it big for people that wear glasses also. Like,
Yes, 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 yes.
she's doing it for us.
I'm not about that contacts life, so I do really
Yeah.
appreciate that. If I
Yeah.
was on the court, I would also have like a glasses goggle situation.
That's right. That's no fear right there. That's what she
Yeah.
has. That's what that means. She's the
Mhm.
only one maybe in the league. I don't know. There's probably other people, but
Alicia Gray has glasses, but they're like clear and
clear.
they
Okay.
don't wrap around the head quite the same. So it's like, or maybe they do, but like the band is more disguised.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's like you can almost barely don't even notice Alicia Gray wearing them.
Yeah.
But like Olivia Miles has those thick frames, those
Yeah.
thick black frames. Like you see
They're
them from
incredible.
the back of the stadium
Yeah, real
kind
Horace
of thing.
Grant-ish.
Yes, yes, yes. Very old school.
Yeah, and
Um,
she's just killing it, man. Like, the baddest player in the league is 5'8" and leading the damn league. And like just playing so good. Yeah, that's a good one. I love Olivia Miles.
yeah, she's incredible. Okay, because Freddie's away instead of our FFQ, it's time for a CQQ, and that's a Cathryn's quirky question. So, listen, to celebrate Angel Reese hitting yet another double record. She is the first player, I believe, to get to, is it 75 double
It
doubles
was 75 or 74, yeah, somewhere around there, 70 something.
in the quickest amount of time, and
Yeah.
that includes the NBA. So out of both all of the WNBA and the NBA, she is the player to get to that faster than anyone else.
Yeah,
So
75 confirmed.
it's just insane for her to
Yeah,
already have 75 double doubles. Like, I mean, congrats to her. It's
yeah.
just a phenomenal feat. So my question is, what is your favorite type of double double? What is your favorite type of combo? So this could be anything from like, movies and popcorn or anything like that. What is your favorite double double?
Well, I was keeping it, movie-ish, big time
Mm,
movie-ish, mostly because that actually is my favorite thing. It's just dumping the, not, the M&Ms, peanut M&Ms in the popcorn.
mm.
That's my favorite thing, and every time we go to the movies, that is, like, our move. It's our favorite thing, so I'm easily going with that.
I love it. I dated a guy a long time ago who did that, and I got into it, but I'm pretty confident I gained like 15 pounds in that relationship.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't keep that up.
No. No, it's not something you wanna do a lot, but but it's definitely a way to indulge in a nice way,
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's really fun. That's a good one.
in a
I
wholesome way. You're just kind of eating candy and watching movies. There's nothing wrong with it still, so
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I'm trying to think of what my favorite double I mean, I could stick with food.
Yeah, just go food. I think that's the
I
most
mean,
fun.
I think, like I don't know if these really go together, but I love ice cream after dinner.
Oh, yes. So does my daughter.
Yeah, like, I just, like it's just if I don't have, like, a small bit of ice cream after dinner, I just feel like something's missing. Like,
And what
something's just
flavor?
missing in my life. I like to mix it up.
Mhm.
I do love Ben& and Jerry's.
Oh,
The
s
flavor I've been going to the most right now is they have one, it's literally called chocolate therapy.
Okay.
And it's a combination of, like, chocolate pudding, and they have these, like, chocolate brownie cookies, and it's just like
Whoa.
it's just chocolate on chocolate on chocolate, and it almost sounds like it's too much,
Yeah,
but it isn't,
but it isn't. Oof.
and
I
it's
really
just phenomenal.
I really like that Jimmy Fallon one, whatever the hell I think it's like
Oh,
the
yeah, that
caramel
Tonight Show
one?
flavor? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I was
that
like
one's really good too.
I was like, "This is the only good thing he's ever done, which is create this flavor and slap a
And
desk
the
while
fact
he's
that they've
eating it."
kept it all these years,
That's what I mean. Like,
it's just like he's been on the Ben& and Jerry's thing for, like, 15 years.
yeah, totally.
They just have not mixed that up at all. There's a Canadian one, I don't know if they have this in other countries, I imagine they don't, but there's
Mhm.
a Canadian Ben& and Jerry's flavor called O Conada, and
Oh,
they have these, like waffle cones? So
yes.
they have, like, chocolate covered waffle cone pieces
Ooh,
in a vanilla ice cream with caramel.
yeah, that's great.
And it's so good. Oh, look. Speaking of double doubles, if you're watching on, YouTube, my dog is very present and saying hello.
And what's your favorite ice cream?
Yeah, yeah. My dog
Anything.
obviously, dogs aren't supposed to eat chocolate. That didn't stop her one day
Yeah.
from getting into it, and that was the whole thing. Had to take her to Emerge, no big
Oh,
deal.
no.
$750 later, she's
Oh,
totally fine.
god.
She's totally fine.
No.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Look at her smile.
She's smiling as I
Yeah,
talk about taking her to emergency for eating chocolate that she's not supposed to have, obviously. And
yeah.
if you're like, "Well, why did you have chocolate out and available for a dog to get?" Listen, it was in a bag inside a backpack,
Yes, because
and she
dogs
still
are
got to
crazy.
it. So it
It's
wasn't like I just had it out,
Yeah,
but
it
I
doesn't matter.
digress.
You put an animal in a house, they're still their only thing is hunting food, so it's
Yeah,
gonna
I
happen.
know. That's the craziest thing about having a dog is, like, she
Yeah.
really acts like I don't feed her every day
Yeah, my
and
dog is
is
farm.
always looking for more
Yeah.
or better. It's like she knows her food's there, and she'll
Mhm.
eat it like a cat, like just sparingly.
Oh, really? Okay. I
But
don't
then she's
I know
always hunting for like what's mom eating? I
Yeah.
think she's eating something better,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so on and so on. That's a total aside, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
But shout out Ben and Jerry's. The ultimate sponsor for this podcast would be Ben and Jerry's. So
If we got Ben and Jerry's, that would be like one of the highlights of my life.
that's right.
If we got Ben and Jerry's as a
There's
sponsor. Listen,
every
if anyone listens who works at Ben and Jerry's or knows someone who works at Ben and Jerry's,
Yeah.
please let us know.
Yeah,
Uh,
we love Jimmy Fallon. I'm
yeah,
kidding.
yeah, we love it all. We love it all. Okay, well, listen, let's wrap it up there. Everyone,
Mhm.
thank you so much for listening and tuning in. Appreciate you so much. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And Darren, one last time, let us know where people can find you on the internets.
Yeah, I'm Darren Like Sports on TikTok. That's what I wrote down there. And also my podcast is The Doji Boys, Go Sports with the Doji Boys. Yeah, you can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, the good stuff.
Amazing. Thank you again, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.